Yo, I came in and I was helping Chris before we started, and I was like, yo, what episode is this? I'm like, fuck, that's a good feeling to think about what episode we're at.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? When you know off rip what episode you're at,
yeah.
It means you haven't really begun yet. You feel me?
Nah, not knowing what episode you're at is definitely a good feeling. I feel you.
Yeah.
Because you have enough in the rear view where you're like...
A lot of content, bro. We can go back into the backlogs and say, you know what? Episode 14, Adriel made a good point.
I like that you brought that up because today, episode of the Cool Table, I tried to guess what episode it was. And I was so far off. And I was like, you know what? I'll take that as a compliment to myself.
Okay, that's what's up. Yo, speaking of your other work, I had a chance to finally see Damar in person.
Yes.
Damar, you're a great guy. You're amazing. I felt like there was a little bit of energy. Like, did you tell him that I was throwing subs on the podcast?
I didn't tell him you were throwing subs, but he said he doesn't remember. And I'm like, there's picture evidence. And I'm like, because Ralph wasn't a woman, you don't remember meeting him?
Oh, so he's Damar's jealous.
That's how he's moving at Soul Series. So
Interesting. I'm going to use that ammo on our mutual friend and let her know. That's very slimy.
Yeah, that's super slime ball. That's super
Yo,
slime
there's niggas that'll do that shit, eh? They'll take your little information tidbits.
I've been a victim. I'm like, come on. I know how it goes.
Bro, before we even get started on this podcast, let me tell you a crazy story. So I was talking to this girl, this might be like 4 or 5 years ago, right? Great girl, like we were dating, like cool vibes and everything like that. There was a gentleman, he's probably not listening to this podcast, but there was this dude that I thought me and him were niggas. Went to the same school, we had mutual friends, like everything was cool. He tried to shoot a shot at the girl, but he didn't know, because me and her weren't together. He didn't know that she was talking to me, right?
Okay.
So she came to me first and said, yo, this guy's trying to holler at me. XYZ. I'm like, yo, whatever happens, but I respect you. You can do your thing.
Yeah.
Cool. She's like, nah, I just want to talk to you. She ends up telling the dude that. He says, oh, you're with Ralph. Yeah, Ralph's a nice little guy. I'm like, yo, aren't we supposed to be friends, bro?
That's a violation.
Is it that serious?
Bro, any man called me a nice little guy's hands.
And he said it to the girl, bro. So I'm like, yo, is this really how we're moving to try to get some box? That's crazy, man.
That's the thing too, is like, I just feel like you just got to keep quiet on it, you know? Like, let a man win.
Yeah.
Don't hate, but also to me, here's the thing to me, if your game is like to hate on the next man,
that's sick, bro.
Yeah.
They call it dirty macking.
Dirty. It's dirty. It is dirty.
Don't be dirty macking out there in the streets, gentlemen. But yes, you are now tuned into, you are now listening, you are now experiencing, because this is an experience, the Mayor's Office Podcast. And I am your host. Grateful to be here. Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Airbender, a.k.a. you ready? Peso Poppy.
Hey!
And I cannot do this show without my amazing co-hosts. And here's the first one. Holla at them.
Yeah, it's your boy Adriel Smiley, a.k.a. AdrielSmiley.com, a.k.a. Adriel Smiley Official, a.k.a. The Godfather, a.k.a. The Podfather. Episode 26. We've made it very, very far. And we got to give big shout out to I want to say the man in charge, but he is the man in charge.
He's a big boss.
Yeah, Stacks Edwards.
Oh, shit. Yo, appreciate you. We're back in the building here at the Mayor's Office.
Talk to him. 1990s Studios.
I think you need your own drop. Like, I haven't asked you about your producer drop. How have we not talked about this? But
oh, you gotta find it, man.
We gotta throw that on the pod for the people.
True, yeah.
I
might have to slide it over.
Yeah, you need like a Stacks Edwards drop, like for when you do your intro, for sure.
Yeah, well, we could work that. We cook that up. I'll export it.
All right, I fuck with it. You know, one of my friends, he's been steadily working hard, not at his job, but trying to figure out the race of Stack Edwards. He's been thinking so hard to figure out if this guy is black, white, whatever, and he's slowly getting closer. He thought you were Middle Eastern the other day.
Yo, really?
He's getting there. First he thought you were black, now it's Middle Eastern. Like we're slowly working to what Stacks Edwards actually is. So without looking him up on Instagram without checking. You guys throw it in the comments what ethnicity you think Stacks Edwards is. Because my brethren is trying to figure it out, man.
Hey, if he guesses right, maybe we'll send him a prize.
Ooh,
Yo, I think that's like pretty funny.
I got the right race.
But listen, for a white person to be like racially ambiguous with their voice, very rare. Very rare.
That's
wild.
There
you go. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something. There was an event that we all attended. It was actually the Creator Showcase. It's something that our dear co-host Adriel Smiley has been constantly working on with his friend Bridget. Bridget, sorry. So with his friend Bridget, these guys have been working on the Soul series. I attended the first one, and then I came through on the second one, and I saw Stacks Edwards there too.
Legendary. I was gonna say legendary moment. The three of us in the building, in a different building. Very, very, very rare. Shout out to everyone. Came Soul Series for a second time. The repeat Soul Series people, my favorite type. Soul Series was good. Like again, the Painted Lady, Shanika, Witness, friend of the show. Listen, I want to take credit for Witness's fit. Now I didn't choose a fit at all. She came wearing that fit.
It was on point, yes.
But she changed in between sound check and going on stage. And I saw her downstairs getting dressed, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, "This is the fit you're wearing now?" She said, "Yeah, my stylist chose it for me." And I said, "You know that song by French Montana featuring Drake?
Yeah.
No stylist?" When she looked at me, she's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "In this fit, I might not even notice you. And what you had before, I'm like, who's that?"
Mm-hmm.
So that was, the kind of the push that got her to keep the same fit. So I just want to take a little bit of credit for that because as much as a great performance, the fit was on point.
Bro, when you're on the road to stardom, one of the keys is to have a stylist. And Witness is currently on the road to stardom.
Facts.
I don't even know where you can find a stylist right now. I dress myself.
I'm saying it here on the pod, episode 26. If you guys ever see me with a stylist, know that my life has gone wrong and that, the Illuminati has taken over because I'm never going to be rocking with a stylist. That's just not the way that I live life.
You got MK Ultra. We'll talk about that on another podcast. But I did appreciate the fact that the three of us were able to be in the same area, be in the same room. Soul Series was a really good vibe. I was so happy to see Witness perform. I rarely ever get to see her perform live.
My first time.
Yeah. So that was a good vibe. Painted Lady's always a good vibe. I wish you guys took debit a little more often, but it's okay. I paid the minimum spend for my card, so we're good to go. Oh,
you did that instead of getting cash?
Yeah, they're like, yo, you need a $50 minimum spend in order to play debit. I'm like, well, run up the drinks then.
A lot of people, they start to run out the door like a cartoon.
Yeah. So after 4 rum and cokes, I got into a good vibe. And I had a mutual friend that, became my friend recently that I wanted to have a discussion with. I was very nervous. So I started thinking to myself, like, how can I approach this friend that Adriel has, right? Don't want to drop any names or anything like that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about DeMar.
No. DeMar was actually talking to the friend, and it fueled my hatred for him even more.
I'm telling you, when you walked in, right at that moment, I was like, this is the funniest joke, but just to me.
Adriel came to me, he's like, yo, how cheesed are you right now? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? I turn around and I see this goddess talking to DeMar, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I had a couple drinks, you know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? Let me work up my courage and go talk to this person. Because you know what? I'm really good at opening conversations, but not to people that I anticipate the conversation for. Does that make sense?
You think too much about it beforehand.
I'm thinking way too much about it beforehand, as opposed to just seeing someone I'm attracted to right there and just going boom and attacking and seeing how the conversation goes. Cool. Kind of work my way, ready to go. DeMar exits the vicinity. I don't want to step on another man's toes, you know what I mean?
Respectfully.
I approach. Bro, I started stumbling my words, yo. This girl's skin is porcelain clean, like a fresh page out of a book. Bro, so it caught me off guard. I did a little bit of stuttering. I hope you're able to listen to this podcast. But yeah, I don't typically stutter. But yeah, that was my entire experience right there, and I just gracefully just walked back to the bar after I had a few.
Stepped off.
Yeah, I just gracefully stepped off and said, "You know what? Maybe another chance will arise."
I gotta say two things. One, as her friend, the amount of gas you're giving her, I gotta keep it to a low level, you know. As respectfully as a friend, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But as well, I feel like you gotta honor the moment that you started talking to a woman, because those times are few and far between at this age. So you just gotta bask in it, you know. Like, I met someone that was worth stuttering for. I met someone that was worth losing my marbles for, you know? So
for sure,
just take it as a learning experience, building character.
Yeah. And she could take it as a compliment.
Please listen to the podcast so you can know who you are.
Here's why I know I'm not trying to gas it, because I told a story before. This friend of mine told me that she thought I was really cool, and that her realizing that I'm not that cool helped her realize that she was cool. And I said, hold on one second.
She used you to elevate her coolness?
She said, wait, if he's this cool, that means that I'm this cool. And I said, no. Don't do that kind of math, okay? Figure it out a different way.
You could be your level, I'm going to be my level, and we'll go from there.
So just for that, we have like a little secret beef going on.
Okay. All right. I rock with that. But Soul Series overall was a success. You're happy about it?
Absolutely, man. It's the vibe. Even DeMar was saying it before, like, everyone at Soul Series was talking about relationships, kind of. It was like a thing going on. It was like, it's like that vibe in the air.
It's R&B music, man.
R&B music, getting everyone the vibe. I hope that some people have, met someone from that night, and someone can be budding. Yeah. It's those winter months, so if you got to get real close,
it's about to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
We gave you the soundtrack.
I hope to you guys, and I pray for you guys didn't stutter like I did. And had good conversations.
I didn't know that you said it until just now.
Man, I came up and I said, hey, how are you? I came for the hug, the one arm hug. She was sitting down.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, how are you? And then she just smiled. So I'm like, okay, cool. Her skin's porcelain clean and her teeth are white as hell. So I was like, God damn, like, what am I doing right now? I
actually know those ones. Like, she's sweet, but then you get up close and you're like, you are ridiculously beautiful.
Because the thing is, like, fuck, I don't even want to keep hyping this person or whatever. But like, it was one of the rare occurrences where somebody was more attractive in real life than social media.
Yeah. I know that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
And that caught me extremely off guard. And there's a lot of rare moments like that. There's a lot of moments that, like, there are people that are just like, they do up their Instagram so much, guys and girls for sure. And like, they just look completely different in person. Like, I feel like I take decent pictures. I might not look the same randomly on road.
Yeah.
This person was complete fucking opposite, bro. She smiled and it was over for me, bro. It was just done for me. So it caught me off guard. That's all I'm gonna say. We can move on to another topic.
Nah, we definitely could move on. Honestly, here's the thing. Like, I kind of just enjoy the woman. Like, even think of myself, like the times recently when someone had me kind of like a little fumbled.
Yeah.
And you kind of like soften up. You just gotta smile and be like, all right, you got me. Like, like your whole game has to change.
You win.
Yeah. I can't, I'm not gonna abort the mission because you're extremely beautiful, but the same suave I had 8 seconds ago.
And I'm not one of
poker face.
I'm not one of them niggas that like put on a false bravado. Like, I am who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give
you don't walk up like this?
Yeah, I'm not gonna puff on my chest. I'm not gonna act hood. I'm not gonna do any of those things. I'm just gonna try to be me as best as I can.
Yeah.
So
you don't like hit a bunch of push-ups before the date?
No, I can't do all that. I just want to come in, say hi, and like try to have that conversation. So but that's that.
I think that's good practice, because we said this a million times in the podcast. Women do love athletes and criminals.
Yeah.
And so, you don't want to pretend to be something you're not before she says, I thought you were a criminal. How come I haven't seen you do anything these past couple of weeks? So,
athletes, criminals, and rappers. And you know what? DJs too. And on that note, we're going to do a little segue.
Segue king. God damn.
Holy. So, speaking of DJs, we got a special guest. We got someone integral. Let's do that again, because it's integral. It's integral.
Please keep that.
I'll use it as a blooper clip. Let's use it as a blooper clip.
This guy said
integral. Integral.
Yo,
it's not like I work for an educational
company. Holy shit, I'm putting that in my bio. Integral.
So, we just chatted about DJs. We got a very special DJ in the building. We got somebody really important to the Toronto music scene. Somebody that if you are going out to events, if you are listening on the radio, you cannot avoid this guy. I couldn't avoid this guy. I see this guy so much. I said, fuck it, come on the podcast. Introduce yourself to the people.
It's your boy Smartiez, straight out of Toronto, man. Like I'm just a simple kid, man. I don't know why you had to go the big gigantic route.
That's what we do
for this. You could have been like, Smartiez is here, and yeah, we're gonna talk.
Big gas.
We have to gas up everybody out here, bro.
Man.
Anybody that takes the time to sit in the mayor's office.
Yeah, man.
Back outside, boys.
So how you living, bro? How's everything been?
It's good, man. I just came off of tour again. I was just in Tobago, so I mean, getting adjusted to this weather, man. I walked out of work and I was like, God damn. I'm like, thank God, Ralph should be lucky that I'm coming because this weather right now was detouring me to my home. But I'm here, man. I'm here, bro. So yeah, I was coming off the tour. That was my 7th trip this year. So
damn. So you're Mr. International out here, right?
Nah, I wouldn't even say that, bro. I wouldn't even say that, man. I'm just blessed and fortunate to be able to do what I do each and every day. So
okay, that's what's up. So Adriel's never met you. I've been friends with you for like 6-7 years, something like that. Yeah, for a very long time.
Yeah.
Adriel hasn't met you. He doesn't know like how
the legend.
Yeah, he doesn't know the legend of DJ Smartiez. He doesn't know where the name came from. He doesn't know anything about you. Can you explain yourself to him? Because he's very like. When I tell him that we have guests coming on, he does the whole like Instagram scan.
Right.
You got to make sure this person is on the level of the Mayor's Office podcast.
Right.
And he went through and he said, you know what? I rock with this guy, Ralph.
You know what?
Let him on.
Now you trying to...
he's right. He's right.
All right, damn. He's right. I made the cut.
No, not everyone who he sends to me, I'm like, bring him on. There's people who sends me.
There's been a couple of people where I had to call him after, like, yo, the studio's it's out of commission tonight. And
100%. He definitely some people that I'm like, not our show. Yeah. Not our show. Someone else. So, no, he definitely made the cut. But my real question is like the name Smartiez. Like, where does that actually come from?
Funny enough, I got that in high school. Shout outs to Ancient Court Collegiate. I went to that school.
Scarborough Boy.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Scarborough Boy. Scarborough Boy, and it was one of those ones I just got it because like at the time I was trying to figure out what my DJ name was going to be, but I was like, I just DJ'd it at the time. And then my friends just kind of came up with it in class. They're like, I was just eating Smarties, a box of Smarties as I always do for my lunch. And they're like, yo, bro.
It wasn't just the Smarties you're eating for lunch. It was like an additive to like the rest of the food?
It was just Smarties, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. Yo, the high school hustle was always like, yo, can I get a quarter? Can I get a loonie? Can I borrow
Using chocolate for protein is nuts, bro.
Yo, that's what we did out there, man.
The can I get a quarter was crazy.
Yo,
you know what was the worst? The bus tickets, man.
What?
The bus tickets. I used to have girls just talking to me to try to get bus tickets out of me.
I was finessing for the quarters and loonies, and then by the time lunchtime rolled through, like that second or like if I could get it by like the first lunch, I was going to KFC because KFC was right down the street, and that was like Toonie Tuesday. Yep. But I was upgrading because I was getting the big ass poutine and the I was getting a chicken sandwich by the time I was done.
Look at this connoisseur.
That's original hustling.
Yeah, you hustle, man.
It's crazy how back in the day we're doing that because we were literally teaching each other how to panhandle. Like, why was that the skills we were developing? Like,
100%.
I think about like us in groups of 3 being like, bro, don't ask for so much. Ask for 25. Then ask for 50. Like,
nah, man.
Like, why are we doing that?
Like, we're selling dime bags before dime bags.
I was standing in the hallway listening for that ching, ching, ching sound as kids are walking down the hallway, and I'm like, yo, bro, can I get a quarter? Can I get 50 cents? By the time I was done, man, I always had enough to get KFC.
Bro, sometimes I didn't even need bus tickets.
They used to have $2 pizzas too, huh?
Sometimes I didn't even need bus tickets. I just wanted to ask, you know?
Oh, no, bro.
So I have a
entry.
What do you mean? I used to be in class with the little splicing the bus ticket and putting it on the back of the cardboard, cutting the edges. Yo, come on, man.
You were making the TTC lose sleep.
Yo.
It was you that were worried about.
This is the reason why we have Presto cards.
Yeah. And you know what made people more tight? I was only 3 stops away from where I had to go.
So you could have walked.
You're a demon.
Oh, by default, definitely could have walked.
By default.
I could have walked. I said, screw that.
I see no man from Scarborough about to say something. By default, you think about it?
No, 3 stops is nuts, bro. I can see 3 stops away.
Yeah. I used to walk in the opposite direction just so I could make it make sense. But yeah, man, my friends used to swap the real one because I used to have a couple of real ones. They'd be like, yo, just take the fake one, man. If you get stopped it's only 3 stops, bro. You can walk that.
Yeah,
man.
Did you have any bad names before Smarties that like you just had to like
Skittles,
makeshift?
M&Ms?
Yeah, like
Nah, like I mean, they used to. I don't even know. I didn't really have any names at that point.
you're just going by your Govey until DJ Smarties.
Yeah, and then Smarties came in high school, and then after that it was just like I tried to change it once. Like I tried to change it like a few weeks after. I was like, yo, I got this better one. I was like, and I can't remember what it was.
It didn't
like,
stick, eh?
Nah, these guys were like, I changed it on MSN because this is MSN days. So I changed it on MSN, and my friend immediately typed back to me. He's like, yo, change that shit back right now. You were Smarties from this day forward, bro. Don't try to change it. Nothing, nada. I was like, oh, damn. All right, cool.
And you didn't try to rap or nothing. It was always straight DJing.
I was always straight DJing.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no verse on MySpace that we're gonna.
No.
I
knew my limitations, and I knew where I knew my lane. Like I was a kid. I was always like, yeah, there's no freestyling. The kids my friends used to come to my house because I had all the records and vinyl. They used to come freestyle at my house.
Okay.
But you're just housing it. You're not freestyling yourself.
Hell no. Hell no.
Listeners, that's a task for the listeners. You guys go find a Smarties verse. We'll give you a $25 gift card.
Yo, I'll throw another 300 on that if you can find that shit. Like,
300. Do the cash.
wait.
Do the cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money,
Or actually, because it's episode 26, I'll throw $26 on that.
Okay.
I don't know if we asked Chris this before, but do we know how Chris got his DJ name?
No, we never asked. How'd you get it?
Which DJ name? Because I've actually.
Wow, he has more than one.
Jeez.
Well, like this mine or like the one I have now
Yeah.
that I don't really DJ with.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forget. Yeah, I was DJing with another guy. That's why I said which name, because I was DJing with someone else at the time, and we kind of just like stopped doing stuff together. So I was like, oh, I can't just like roll with this. I kind of got to change it. So yeah, you guys know what it is? Oh wait, I said at the beginning of the show, Stacks Edwards.
Yeah.
Well, yo,
Was it in the drop?
Yeah. My bad.
Holy.
It's a long day.
Chris is working. Chris is actually working and talking at the same
This guy been
time.
recording.
Oh, man, 2 minutes. Yo, they keep me in here all day. What was I going to
funny.
say? No, I was trying to come up with a name, and I was watching Goodfellas for like the billionth time. And Samuel L. Jackson's character in it is a guy named Stacks Edwards who was supposed to go do a heist, and he fell asleep at his girlfriend's house. Unfortunately, if you guys seen the movie, he didn't.
He didn't make it.
He didn't make it. He didn't make the cut. And I was like sampling, like I'd always like to. I think I was like sampling that. I was like, oh, that'll be like a good name, and just kind of like threw it up because I was like literally DJing like 3 weeks later at the Oshawa Music Hall, and I came with like a bunch of names that they're all shit, and I was like, oh, I'll just roll with this, and then kind of just stuck.
I like it.
I fuck with that.
I feel like it's interesting because both of y'all have names that belong to someone else technically.
Yeah.
Like Halloween time is Smarties in your DMs a little more. Like there's some beef. And same with, I know Goodfellas is a while ago, so I'm sure that they're over it. But you guys have names that technically belong to someone else. Is there any beef there? Any static there?
They just met. They just met.
But they're both taking names from
Other brands.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming you're not eating Smarties for lunch anymore.
Not for lunch anymore. No.
Not for lunch.
Nah. We've upgraded it since then.
I would hope so.
Yeah, we upgraded
for
it
sure.
since then.
Yo, and Stacks Edwards was actually a real person in the Bronx back in the day that used to work with the Mafia.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
So is that where the name came from for the Goodfellas?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they,
It's
cause they
based on a real
okay.
character.
yeah,
Okay.
like even that movie, there's like little parts in it that I think they took from like lore and like whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I watched a documentary on him too randomly. So I was like,
Is he still alive?
no, he went to sleep at his girlfriend's
Yeah,
house.
he got
and-
whacked.
Yeah, he was supposed to do a heist and he got whacked.
That's
Oh, so
crazy.
the real Stack Edwards got whacked too, you're saying?
Yeah, he did do his job and he fell
That's
asleep.
a real. That
Oh,
whole.
the whack part is real too. Okay.
Okay, so hopefully our Stack Edwards stays alive for the tenure of this podcast.
Yeah, knock on.
As long as I don't fall asleep while I'm like recording, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of nicknames, you guys got some amazing nicknames, right? I didn't have the best nickname growing up. One of my best friends, right? We talked about Dirty Macking a while ago. I got another nigga hating on me. Niggas called me Nutella because of the skin tone, bro.
I'm screaming.
I wasn't really fucking with it, bro.
That's not great.
It's not great.
That's not great.
One day on the podcast, I'll tell you guys where the mayor came from. Some people may already know whoever's listening, but we'll get to it. But yeah, niggas were calling the kid Nutella back in like grade school and shit like that. That gave me a lot of social anxiety.
I can imagine.
That made me nervous around a lot of people, which probably led to me stuttering to that person in the beginning of the podcast. So,
oh my God.
I'll let y'all know about that.
With that part.
Yeah. What things happen that make you feel like social anxiety? Because I feel like sometimes I think about it afterwards. Like after I left, I was like, oh, that was kind of tense there. I didn't even realize. But do you feel like you realize in the moment? Because I feel like moments when I feel like that, it's afterwards where I'm like, why was I so pressed? Like,
yeah, for sure. I think it's situational. Because I have some situations where like I can walk into a tense situation and just kind of balance it out because I kind of know the people. But when I have no idea who everybody is and I walk into a fresh room, I still need that few minutes to kind of figure out the room and get cozy. And in those few minutes, I have a lot of anxiety. I want to keep to myself a little closed off, you know? So I don't know how you feel about that. You're a DJ, so like, I don't know if like anxiety is actually a thing for you.
Well, I became a DJ to help with my anxiety, to be honest with you. Because like the normal person that I am, I'm actually like a very like shy, closed off person. So I think like becoming a DJ, having a different like, it was like before Beyonce had Sasha Fierce, I had Smartiez as my thing. Like it was it was like my persona. It was my persona that helped me to like be the person that I always wanted to be, but I was always fearful of because of like, you know, as a regular person, you kind of feel regular sometimes when you're in places and you're like, oh, these people don't care about me. So it's like you're shy and shit. So like I was always a kid that would never ask for no like condiments at McDonald's. I'd be like, I tell my mom, I'd be like, yo, Mom, can you just get more ketchup? I don't want to go ask. And she's like, fuck, I'm eating my food. Like, yo, you go get that. Deal with it. Oh, shit. And it's like, you know, you're shy and stuff. So like even approaching girls and all that stuff in the early days of like high school. Yeah, good luck with that. Until I got my moniker. And then after that, it was like, I started to like grow into it. And then people are like, yo, like you're Smarties though. Like you're not supposed to be shy. You're supposed to be like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like that definitely helped with my like my shyness and like just navigating spaces a lot more because people respected what I had to say because I was somebody.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like you brought up like the meeting women part and like adjusting with that. I feel like for me, if I have some type of connection with that woman, like a mutual friend or something like that, then it's a little easier for me to start the conversation. But I have never been one of those guys that like walks into a party, sees a super attractive girl, and just goes up and talks to her.
Yo,
my
batting average, shooting percentage, all of that is in the dumps when it comes to that.
When dudes talk to me and they're like, yo, I do that a lot. I'm like, yeah, you should be doing it because at the end of the day, what's going to happen? She says no, you keep it moving. Nah, man. So I want to adopt that mentality, but then I get to the point and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just keep to myself over here.
You know what I
That's
feel
what
like
it is,
too? In my head, I think about it like, did you come here for me to talk to you or did you come here to have a good time? And obviously I think I might have a good time if I talk to you for sure. But I'm like, did you come here for that? I think about myself because I'm like, if I came here and I'm here like, yo, I just want to hang out with my friends, do whatever, and 7 dudes talk to me, I would be like.
Because sometimes a woman comes there just to like hang out with her friends and not be bothered by any niggas. So then I start like thinking in my head like, am I bothering her if I come and say hi? Am I even her type? Like, I start overthinking and shit as opposed to like, if Smarties has a friend and he's like, yeah, she's cool, like, yeah, whatever. Then I'm like, all right, cool.
That's it.
You just need
to confidence. Nah, I'm the oblivious one. I always miss those opportunities because I don't pay girls no mind sometimes in parties.
Jeez.
Like there's a funny story one time. Like I was at Eaton Center with my friend and he was there with this girl. We were walking through Eaton Center and I was cracking jokes walking down the mall, right? And then I was walking, whatever, and I was like cracking jokes, and then my friend was like, yo, he stops, he's like, yo, you're actually a real clown, bro. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, yo, you didn't see the girl staring you down? Like, yo, she's gonna eye fucking you in the mall, bro. I was like, what you talking about? Nah. He's like, nah, man, I don't like, he's like, yo, you're always complaining about girls don't want to talk to you, and then this is what happens. And then we kept walking. So we go into a store, and then I was like, I pulled this girl aside. I was like, yo, like, is he lying? And then she's like, no, that girl wanted you bad, bro. I was like,
you're oblivious to it.
I was oblivious to it. I was like, yo, I promise you we did not leave that mall for 2 hours because we had to circle back looking for her. I never saw her.
Come find her again?
Nah. My friend was like, yo, that girl was bad, bro. Like, even her girlfriend was like, yo, that girl was real
I can't read signs from
yeah,
I was with my head down.
I'm same as y'all. Like, I'm telling you,
you gotta tell me that you like me or else I don't know, man.
Yeah, like, you know, like, the thing, I guess, why I know more now than before, I'm still very oblivious. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
But now I know more when I feel like a woman's going out of her way to like make something that she doesn't like me. You know, like we have some little energy, we're laughing, we're cool.
Right.
But like when I see like you're going overboard to kind of like play it cool, I was like, okay, I see kind of why you're doing that.
Yeah.
So that makes me know sometimes because I'm just like, I realize how I'm perceived in terms of they might just assume that I am smooth, whatever. Oh, he's handsome, so he must have bare shorties or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not talk to me normal, like I'm just a guy, you know? But they might assume in certain ways. So now I can realize a little bit more, but I'm like you, fam. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, a girl told me one time, she's like, yo, closed mouths don't get fed. And I was like,
I think that's a scary message to send to men.
yeah, I don't know. Context of that.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, the
right
context
now,
of which, like, you know?
Take it out with a grain of salt, man. Like,
Yeah. Please. I do not endorse this message.
You ever play Mario Kart and then like if you ever play Mario Kart, any Mario games, there's this thing called Bullet Bill, and it's literally this bullet with a big smile on, and he's chasing you no matter what. I'm not trying to be Bullet Bill out here.
Man said bullet.
I think as a DJ, I've seen as a DJ, I've seen some of like the worst approaches
Some bullet bills.
Yeah, like man, and it's even more hilarious because I'm watching from like a vantage point that most people aren't seeing.
Oh
yeah. You're on an elevated stage.
I'm
looking at the
elevated,
sloppiness.
or I'm like, yo, like I've seen girls like there was one time at a party I seen this girl like she literally like made a beeline for me, and she literally like, for the love of God, can I please just stand here? Can I just stand in VIP? Like I was like, this man is harassing me. I was like, yeah, no problem, I got you. But yo, I've seen some of the worst approaches.
Nah, women go through a lot of shit.
I've met some women like at the club before, but so I'll give y'all the real game right now. My thing is keep the conversation short. It is a club. Roscoe Dash is playing at full volume.
Yeah.
There's no way we can have this conversation, you know? So it's like, if I see it,
yo, who's playing Roscoe Dash?
Nah.
It might as well be at that point. It might as well be, you know, insert whoever.
I see you.
So I'm like, if I see the energy there, we talk a little bit. I might ask them their name, who you here with, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I get ask for your number straight, get right to it, but you're gonna hear from me. Simple. I feel like the long talking, there's no place for that.
I always say like I tell girls all the time, I'm like, yo, these guys need to stop making it rain in your ear because like,
the spit.
Yo, or like, or introducing you to the Sahara Desert because their breath is just hot in your ear.
Hot boxing.
Crazy. Like, right in your ear.
Because what you said about the girl in the VIP, that happens to me a lot. I don't know what energy I have where I must have some like safe man energy.
Yeah.
It happens to me a lot when I'm out where like girls will just be getting like hounded and they'll be like, can you be my boyfriend for like 2 seconds, please?
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot. And I feel like that shouldn't have to happen, you know? Like it should be something where it's like they could just be left alone.
Listen,
whatever,
man.
The body language.
I just say like, yo, I like to create a safe space, man. A safe environment.
I think that's
for
the best
women,
option
because at this point, like, just you watch.
Yeah.
Like now, I think like 10 years ago, I would be like, okay, like I wouldn't really pay no mind to it. But nowadays, and how aggressive men are, like I'm like, bro, like
no bullet bills.
Relax, bro. Dog. Hey, yo, there is plenty of fish in the sea,
brother. Plenty
of buses pass every hour. Like, yo, come on, man. Like, you don't need this particular one. If she said no, then just.
Man, I had a situation. I was messaging somebody on an app, right? So we're casually talking, whatever, and I'm just being like me, nice guy, cool, whatever. She said, "Don't take offense to this, but you just seem friendly."
Don't take offense to this?
I'm like, is friendly bad? No response. But this was yesterday, so I was like, yo, I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna one up you. This girl that I actually ended up dating, she told me about like when we first started talking.
Yeah.
She's like, you were just so nice, but not nice in the boring way, nice in the hot way. And I said, is there no in between?
It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
Yo, and I'm like, yeah, because when I think I think the hounding thing and like closed mouths don't get fed is normalized. I think about Kanye and the Kim stuff and Kanye on social media, like, for whatever months and months after going dumb. Imagine if that was you, like you and your girl broke up, and you were just doing that this whole time. Like that would be wild.
Nah, I feel like every man has that. There's always that one where you're just like, nah, like this didn't go the way I
You
wanted.
gotta hug it though. You gotta hug
you gotta hug
it.
it.
No, okay. After a while, you learn.
After a while, yeah.
Yeah, after a couple of those, you go through. But there's always that one.
I thought Amber was that one. I thought Kanye.
Nah. With like, I think he allowed that to go after. Like, I think like Kim one really just like that. That was different because like he thought the kids, but then I think he really felt like that was his person. Like. Dead ass.
For sure.
Yeah, he chased. He fought together. She was in a relationship, and he was still trying to contact.
That's true.
Yeah, so that was like his person. So I really feel like I'm like, okay, Kanye, this is your one. Don't do this shit again. Like, please.
I think he's actually right. I know it's not cool to say Kanye is right now, but I think he was actually right in how he was feeling.
Yeah.
It's just the way he was going about it. Because I'm like, he's fighting for his kids, his family. Like, think about all the deadbeat black fathers we have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was his person, man. Like,
so, you know,
I've never like the way that he felt about her and talked about her and all of that. Like, nah, man. There's just everyone in our lives has that one person.
Did you see the child support thing about how Kanye has to pay $200K per month?
You know what? I was so worried about how Kim Kardashian was gonna eat and survive without child support. I was like stressed.
Where do they get these numbers from? That's why I always because I'm like, you know what I think? It's like obviously it's based on income.
Yeah.
But I was like, there should be just a base number of like what a kid costs. You know,
they should base it off to like whoever's keeping the kid, how much they're making. Like, it doesn't take $200,000 a month to raise
especially when Kanye just lost how much money. It's like he just lost how much money.
That's like 50 bands a kid, right? It's 4 children.
Yeah, 50
That's
bands a
crazy,
kid.
bro.
And I'm like, well, listen. It was a while since I've been a kid, but when I was a kid, it didn't cost 50 bands a month.
I know some niggas that are making 50 or less right now a year, bro.
Yo, 50 bands, I'm 50 a year.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that. Like $200K a month.
But thank the Lords above that Kim is able to eat now, because I know she was like struggling financially before the 200,000.
Yo, I just wonder. I just feel weird for the kids. Like they're about to get to like, you know, teenage age soon, kind of like Obama's kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're about to see everything on because this is Kanye. It's not like Kanye and Kim is not. The internet's not going to disappear with this stuff. You know, like they'll be able to go to Reddit or Twitter and just type in.
There's so much shit you can see about both your parents.
Yeah, you know,
they're about to they'll end up on an episode of Law and Order or something like that.
Man.
Like, you know, for real.
And they're gonna go to private school. You know those private school kids.
Oh my god,
nasty.
They're gonna be on their ass. Oh no, yeah.
That's interesting for sure.
Yeah, being the rich kid at private school is crazy.
That's wild. Yo, so I had some time to listen to some music. I'm pretty sure you brought this up on the podcast, the Smino album.
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce Smino?
Yeah.
Cool. I actually had a time to fully listen to the podcast.
And?
So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of tidbits, what's been going on, and like we record every 2 weeks, so you guys probably don't know what's been happening with me the last week. But my TV broke.
Damn.
Came home from work, TV was broken, like destroyed, like the backlight destroyed, whatever. Cool. I had no TV. I'm like, yo, I don't want to buy another TV right now. So I searched on how to fix it. Too fucking complicated. found this guy on Kijiji. He said he's gonna come in a week. So I'm like, you know what? I got a week no TV. Let's do it.
Yeah.
People, it was the most productive week I ever had.
I bet.
So I listened to the Smino album the entire week, and I came to the realization that everybody should listen to this album. I think it's called Love for Rent.
Yeah, Love for Rent.
Love for Rent. This shit, if you guys are fornicating to this album,
yo,
it's not just having sex. You guys are making love. There is no way I can have sex to this album. It'll be straight up making love. This whole album, the whole project is a work of art. So I apologize. I heard you mention it multiple times, but I never took it in until recently.
I feel like you'd be a Smino fan. You know, I know you're a big Kendrick fan. You rock with Cole. Like this Smino album, I feel like it's still very slept on, but this is gonna be like his critically acclaimed project that people are like going back to often. Cause this is like, I can't think of one bad song out here. You know, it's a lot of unique sounds, and he's rapping his ass off.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I think
recommendation for you if you ever.
Yeah, are you up on Smino?
I'm up on Smino. I wouldn't say like I'm an avid listener of his stuff. I lean more towards a toxic life. I'm more of a Brent Fayez type of guy.
You and Adriel are niggas right there.
That's my guy right there,
my
dog.
guy.
Yo, like the toxicity.
guy.
Like I'm like this type of season right now is toxicity season. Like,
I
yo,
think Brent was my number 3 on Spotify Wrapped.
Damn.
I was number 2. Yo, it's number 2.
Yo,
These toxic ass niggas on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like
Nah,
I did that whole Spotify. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they have the Spotify. They take your top listeners and then they make a concert out of it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the
I see the
concert.
Coachella thing.
Yeah, the Coachella
So
thing.
Brent is headlining the day?
Brent is headlining a whole entire day. Every girl that was, because I asked people at the bottom on my Instagram, I was like, "Yo, like, what day would you attend?"
Yeah.
Guy, by
a mile.
unanimous by a mile.
It was the Brent day?
It was a Brent day.
That's
it's
crazy.
a Brent day for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man,
The Sonder too.
Actually, that's so funny. The Brent and Sonder was actually on the same day on my.
Oh,
my
okay.
profile.
That's a hell of a day, bro.
Yo, right there alone, I was like, yo, like toxic right through. But
Okay, I fuck with that.
yeah, I live the toxic life when it comes to the music.
So Brent's probably one of your top albums of the year then.
yeah, 100%.
Mm.
Wasteland.
It's up there for you too, no?
Yeah. I think at first I was kind of annoyed because he put out this, Do Not Listen.
Yeah.
Do Not Listen.
Yeah.
So Do Not Listen, and then he put out other Lucy's that had more tracks that I thought like could have been on the project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Price of Fame made it, but I thought there was more he left off.
yeah.
But after I got over that, I was like, okay. And then when Sonder came, I was like, okay.
Yo, the Sonder project. Oh, like, yo.
Like Indonesian Fantasies.
Yep.
Yeah. So once I got Sonder.
These guys just reminiscing on
Yo.
toxicity.
Toxicity.
Hey, man,
yo,
brings
it
you
comes out of
together.
my pores.
Yo, I'm
Brings niggas together. That should be the
Bro.
Comes out of
title.
my
Yeah.
pores. Like, yo.
when Brent said, all my bitches know I'm leaving, whether or not I have a reason.
God damn.
Yo.
Come on.
Brent, yeah.
Come on.
I should have said that to the girl that said I was too friendly.
Yo. Yeah, the girl said you were friendly. She was about to call you little good guy?
Yeah, whatever the nigga said. Yo, Rob's a nice little guy.
Little nice little guy. Yeah, that was what she looked at you like when she said that.
So, yo, I have this issue, right? Because obviously I'm not like 1000% nice all the time.
Yeah.
Like I have like a level of toxicity to me, but I don't try to bring that out because it's not fair to that person, right? So I try my best to like keep it under wraps. You know, like when Spider-Man gets the black suit and he's like, I want to be aggressive, but he calms down a little bit.
That's you?
That's me. So I'm resisting venom right now, bro.
Resisting, but
So I got to figure out how to give like a little bit of venom, but still try to you know hold it back.
Full black costume. All through this whole winter season. Are you crazy?
Through the winter,
Through the winter.
you look like a summer venom type nigga.
Nah, summertime we calm down. But summertime we calm down. Yeah,
You got the gigs, so you got.
Yeah.
I think
both.
what works for you, probably you got to be the nice guy who still says no. Like say no with a smile. Like you got to be like, absolutely not, babe. I think that has to be your game now. Like you still be nice, but then be saying no.
I'll be honest, like my ex, I was always nice, always positive, whatever. But yo, when I wasn't fucking with shit, she would like be like taken aback, like, oh shit, like who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, what the fuck are you on? Like that type of shit. But like not when the situation
That's the Ralph I want to see. That's the Ralph I want to see.
when the situation comes up, like I'll switch up, but then it catches her so off guard. So I gotta find that balance so she at least gets a little bit of tidbits of the niggerism.
I feel like you gotta worry less about catching them off guard because that's a part of you. So they just gotta be accepting of it. Because the other way around, you're ready for it. You know, Like if they get sassy, you're not here like. You're just here like, you do this sometimes.
Facts, and I like my women a little sassy.
Yeah,
too.
so you gotta have the same energy and be like, listen, sometimes I could get a little grungy. So it goes. Yeah, all that.
So we talked about the Spotify Wrapped. I need you guys to tell me a bunch of things with the Spotify Wrapped. First, we're gonna go. You have your Spotify Wrapped ready?
I have that.
All right, let me pull mine. I don't know if Chris has his.
Pause.
On the podcast with niggas, that's crazy. Leave that in there, Chris. Leave that in there.
That's funny. Yeah, here's the thing about Spotify Rap. This is probably the 4th or 5th year they've done it.
Yeah.
I think Apple Music is definitely just falling
They're
apart.
stressed, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
super
tight as, yo, these guys went OD on this shit.
And I think the thing that's funny is like everyone's kind of like explaining what their list is. You know, like I saw DeMar tweet this earlier. It says the day everyone's being like, I don't listen to that much Drake. Like, it's okay if you like Drake. Everyone likes
No,
Drake.
Drake was in my top. I was in the top 1 percentile or some shit. I'm like, yo, I listen to this nigga like this.
Yeah.
Drake was that number one artist, and I was
number
like,
one.
what?
He's number one on my list.
And it's like,
man.
I feel like everyone is like, because you're surprising yourself too, you know? Like, I have some artists on my top 5 that I was like, I guess, maybe.
Nah,
right,
I knew all of them.
Let's do top 5 songs. You can start with Stacks.
You want to start with mine?
Yeah, you got your top 5 songs?
Yeah, I do right here. First one's Touchable by Remble.
Remble's hard.
Wait.
We gotta stop.
Remble's hard.
Touchable by Remble being your number 1 song is brazy. Chris is a different nigga.
Honestly, like my playlist is a lot of times, late at night we turn up in the garage and it's just,
Nah, I like his rap style, bro.
If I go dance to Remble,
bro, you don't want to guess who's next.
You can't dance to Remble.
You want to guess who's next.
That'd be nuts.
Next one is Draco the Ruler, Betcha Freestyle.
Yo, Chris likes a certain style of rap.
3 a.m. in LA by Doughboy.
Okay.
Switch by G Perico. And I'm Good Part 5 by Peasy.
I want to see.
That's an obscure top 5.
I want to see Chris get his 2-step on. I know Chris. I listen to all his music and just keeping it like this.
I like the piano sample in Untouchable.
You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Chris's feet are leaving the ground in the garage. Like,
that's why we got to link up outside the podcast.
Yeah,
we gotta hit
I'm
out
putting it out there.
Happy feet, Chris.
Dude, you just got a couple of Ryan Cokes and
Yeah, I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
$50 minimum. We can go to Paint and Lady again.
Hey, let's go.
I'll go next. I got number 5, Jimmy Cooks, Drake and 21 Savage. I got Party, which is technically DJ Khaled, but it's Quavo and Takeoff.
Oh yeah.
RP Takeoff. But that track just stood out to me from when the album dropped. That track's crazy. And then my top 3, Father Time, Kendrick Lamar and Sampha. Silent Hill, number 2, Kendrick Lamar and Kodak Black. And number 1, N95, Kendrick Lamar.
I saw you were in the top 1% for Kendrick fans,
which is crazy because he has a lot of fans. I have Kendrick at and I'll tell you guys the amount of listens I have for Kendrick. But a couple of my friends are like, "Yo, nigga, are you serious, bro?"
Yeah, but honestly, those 3 being in your top 3 kind of makes sense because those are all huge tracks.
Yeah,
and it's listen to those enough.
Went to the concert, reinvigorated.
Yeah,
feel me? Well, you can go next, Adriel. We'll do Smarties last.
So we're going 5-1 or 1-5?
We can go 5-1.
So my 5th is Cleo Soul, Promises.
Cleo Soul.
Running, Pip Millet and Gets. Few Good Things, Saba, Black Thought, Johnny P's Caddy, Benny the Butcher, J. Cole, and then Free Samples, Saba and Shuffly. The number 1 song I was confused that was the number 1, but that Saba album is like Saba, Smino, Vince Staples, probably top 3 albums of the year, rap wise.
That's big. What you got?
All right, well, at number 5, we have His and Hers, which is the Internet Money record with Don Toliver, Gunna, and Uzi Vert. Number 4 was the Pusha T, Uzi Vert, and Don Toliver with Scrape It Off.
That was a big track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 3 was Mozzie with his Excuse Me featuring Too Short.
Oh, wow.
Number 2 was my Fabio Foreign and Blueface record, Left Side. And then number 1 was Don Toliver, Get Throwed.
Okay.
But Don Toliver is a theme I see here.
All right.
Yeah,
Are we getting Don Toliver on the new playlist?
Who knows? Yeah, nah. Those 5 records, rinse.
Have you seen Don Toliver live?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's dope.
Good.
Yeah, he's a future for sure.
Yeah,
he's a part of the future.
I like his energy. He reminds me of a lot of when Drake first kind of started, that energy that he had in the very beginning,
with his voice too.
Yeah.
I think of him as a better dressed T-Pain.
Yeah, a lot of people tried to compare him to. A lot of people tried to compare him to Travis Scott, but I was like, nah.
I think he's T-Pain because his melody, even when he sings, his melodies are more crazy,
crazy. Yo, his melody, that Get Throwed record, holy,
yeah, he goes.
I couldn't get off that.
Yeah, Travis Scott is not doing all that.
Nah, he wasn't doing all that. Nah.
Was Don Toliver part of the Jack Boys thing?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, he was on that. Yeah.
Chris, who you guys your top artists for the year?
I have no idea. Top song.
Ramble Touchable being number 1 is so
no. If
crazy.
Ramble's your top
It's
artist,
a couple years old.
I know that's what makes it so crazy. It's
I
like the piano sample on that one for sure.
Nah, but that song bangs though. Yeah, that boy is touchable. Yo.
You might find my top artist.
It'll be in the video portion of it, but I can go.
Mhm.
Yeah, you go. I'll look for mine.
Yeah, it's probably to no surprise. My top artist is Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2,035 minutes listening.
A lot.
That's not that much, actually.
That's not that bad.
No, that's not that much. What was your total number of minutes listened? Do you remember?
Nowhere close to yours, brother.
Listen, my little bro Daniel, 290,000.
Nigga, I was at 20,000. I don't know how to
Wow,
fuck.
you guys are killing me, bro.
200,000?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
I
bro.
was like just under 7,000 minutes. Scary.
I mean, but you're listening to more music than us overall anyway.
Yeah, like outside of Spotify.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who's your number one artist, Adriel?
Number 1 is Drake.
Okay.
2 Cleo Soul. 3 Saba. 4 Brent Fayez. 5 Joey Badass.
Joey. Okay.
I'm
that's
surprised that Drake made it to number 1, but he has a lot of
big. He
good
always
songs.
creeps in, bro. He
Yeah.
always
Bro.
creeps in, especially with
There's
the last
no
album.
way I can't not have it number 1, bro. That's the boy.
You had Drake at 1 too?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that makes
Number
sense.
1, bro. Yo, that little baby record and
Yeah.
I cannot stop listening to that record, bro. That record, like,
Which one, the one on the Khaled?
Staying Alive. Don't Stay Alive.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Plus the album.
Plus the album, like Girls Want Girls, like yo, what's that song?
Yeah.
I feel that.
Crazy.
Drake has a lot of songs in my like workout playlist.
Yeah, I can see
So,
that. Especially off
yeah.
the last album, I threw some shit in there.
Yeah.
So, Chris, we're just gonna say that it's Rumble.
Shit. I don't know how to find it.
All right,
Do you-
it's all good.
Smarties, do you have your 5 or just number 1?
Oh, my other 4 were Fabio Foreign, Brent Fayez, Gunna, and Bryson Tiller. Two toxics in there.
You weren't lying about the fires.
That's a crazy mix.
Yeah.
Fabio, Brent Fayez,
Gunna,
and Bryson Tiller.
Bryson Tiller.
That's crazy.
This man said anyone could come in my whip.
Anybody.
For the songs, it's no surprise. My honorable mention, my number 6 track, Glorilla, Tomorrow 2. That was
I
my
didn't even
number
make
6.
my cut, bro.
Nah, man, I'm a big Glow fan.
Yo, yeah, how do you feel about Glow? You're a DJ. How do you feel about Glow? Because we're the unofficial Glorilla podcast.
So I think she's very, very dope. I could see her really making an impact in the industry as long as she gets her business right, because I know she was going through that little situation with the record, right?
Mhm.
So I think like if she gets her business right, I mean, Yo Gotti spent his money on that, so he gonna make sure that pops. I see her surpassing Cardi B though. I don't know. She needs, like, she got 2 records right now, plus
3.
plus
Yeah.
the additional,
Yeah.
the remix. I don't really count that as another song. I count that as
No, but she got F and F.
Tomorrow.
She got
Tomorrow.
I got
And
99 problems and the biggest
Blessed.
one is me. Blessed. Yeah, Blessed is the 3rd one.
It's the 3rd song, but it's not the song
They
that.
saying they're not twerking when you put in the rotation at the parties.
Yeah.
Mm.
F and F and Tomorrow do that way more than Blessed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah,
way
yeah.
more
FNF
numbers.
bro,
They're
goes
doing way more.
crazy.
They're doing way more numbers.
So is that in your rotation? Is she in your rotation?
Yeah, most definitely
For your hip-hop sets?
100%.
So,
100%.
so you're saying she can't reach the Cardi level? I'm interested in this because I feel like she's coming for Cardi's spot. I know what Cardi is.
Why are we pitting women against each other?
That you have to. There's no other way to do it. If there's 2 women who rap,
There's
you have to make them go against each other.
Number 1 spot is only spot
That's
for
a
one
TikTok
person.
clip.
It's not a. There's no 1A 1B, bro. In the class, you were number 1 or you're not or you're nothing.
True.
You don't get 1A 1B.
I need a DJ's opinion because this is where I'm coming from with this. I think Cardi has like some good club songs right now. Bodak Yellow, still Bodak Yellow. WAP is still WAP. You
Yeah.
know, she has some songs that hit in the club. I think Glorilla can take that club crown from her just because it's more stuff that dudes are going to be rocking with. I feel like
Niggas will turn up to it.
I feel like when Cardi songs come on, it gets the club hype. And if the girls are dancing, you don't even care who's not dancing in a sense. But to get both sides with the glow, I think is going to be different. I thought she always.
But what is the reaction with the Glorilla in the club or in
Well,
the party?
obviously, girls are rapping that. They're twerking to that. They're having fun. They're fun with their friends and stuff. I think it's like definitely a TikTok or like a Snapchat worthy record. Like, I see that. My strategy is always like I like to see how artists spread out their releases, because I mean, like, if you try and throw like banger after banger after banger, you're gonna flop. You got to find, like, I need to see her do a feature on someone else's record first. I think like if she goes with this, because that's what Cardi has always been doing. Like, Cardi puts out records and then she'll go and do a little feature on someone else's project, and then it's like it's a good way to space out, you know, your stuff because it's hard to write hits after hits. Like Drake is the only one that's been able to master that shit.
That's true.
Other than that, like there's a lot of artists that like fall flat after a while because it's like, oh man, you're rapping about the same shit again. Oh no, it's another song again.
Yeah,
So there's got like Cardi's always been able to like kind of like her versatility of bouncing in and out of like genres and the artists that she chooses to work with. Like it's been strategic and integral into her success. Same with Nicki did the same thing. Like Nicki started doing those pop records.
Yeah.
So I think like I always look at like
Smartiez.
yeah, Smartiez, the smart ass. Anyways.
That was so weak, but that was so funny.
But yeah, I think like the most important thing is like, especially like coming from an A&R like perspective, you got to make sure like the artist has like a plethora of records that they can space out in between those releases. Because like I said, you keep banging out the same shit, people just like, all right, I'm over this now.
Okay, so can I ask you the generic Toronto question, right? When it comes to music, is there someone that you see, or is there have you been trying to like integrate here and there some Toronto music, or is it just not like matching up with the playlist, with the set?
I'm gonna say this. When it comes to Toronto music, the problem is it's not even that the music. I feel like we have some really talented artists in the city.
Yeah,
1000%. Like there's some people I really like. I fuck with their music heavy, but the problem is that the politics gets in the way of the shit. So like I've gone to like clubs where they've been like, "Yo, don't play no Toronto music in my fucking place." And owners have told me that like straight to my face. Don't play no fucking. I don't want to hear none of that. Pressa, I don't want to hear none of that shit, right? Because it's the politics that comes behind it, right? Because I've seen DJs get punched in their face for playing the ops music, and they're not, and all you're really trying to do is support the scene, right? So, I'll be honest, I don't play nobody's shit in the club. Like no Toronto artists get my shit. Like outside of like Drake and Weeknd and Tory and
you're not trying to be in the mix.
Yeah, I'm not like until the artists themselves solve that problem themselves, which because I'm like it has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's politics that you're not a part of.
That's the politics I'm not part of. Secondary to that, they know that there's politics.
Yeah,
and they'll never like the scene will never succeed as long as they do that bullshit. So I'm like, I don't support any of that. Like in terms of like playing it on the radio, sure, I'll put their shit on the radio. Like I'll do that, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be a casualty of war. I'm not be a casualty of nobody's fucking beefs and all that shit. So like, but yeah, in terms of the music, it's very like the gap between like commercial hip hop and like what people listen to and like what we have in the city going on right now.
Yeah,
that gap's closed like a long time ago. Like I think like there's at least a handful of artists that I fuck with. Like I'll be like, yo, like I'll play their music like regularly. Even on the female side of artists, like there's like Goldie London and there's a couple other ones that are like, yo, I fuck with their music generally because, yo, you know what I mean? Like Goldie London made my fucking my top like 2022 like list. So she's up there, like you know what I mean. So, I do like I fuck with the music, but like they gotta get their politics straight. Like
that's fair.
At the end of the day, all you guys are just doing is just like killing yourselves.
Yeah.
Literally.
100%.
Like figuratively and like literally 100%. So that's just my take on the scene though.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I got a question for you, bro. And I always try to put my mind into the seat of the DJ when I see this shit at events. Does it bother you when people come up to you and ask you to play a specific song? Like if you already have your set like ready to go? Like if someone just comes up to you and says, yo, do you have this track? Can you play this track for me? Like something like that. Does that bother you?
What you say?
Like if someone...
No, I'm joking. I know, I heard you. No, I just...
How the fuck you come to my podcast?
I know.
But not listen to me, nigga.
I'm just giving you the reaction.
This is my podcast.
I was just giving you the reaction of what that scenario works. Like, what'd you say? Nah, like, no, for real. Like when people come up to me and ask me to play songs, it depends. Like, some people actually know in the flow of things what they're asking for. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, there's other people who are like,
that's a good point.
Yeah, some people are like,
you're playing a certain set.
You're running a fucking soca set and the man
like,
wants to hear Pop Smoke.
Yeah, I was just saying, welcome to the party right now.
Yeah, like, you know, so it's like there's a time and place for it. A lot of people just know not to approach me with that shit. Yeah. So I usually try and like. I usually use people as like a human shield. Like if the promoter's there, I'll be like, yo, come here. And I'll put them in front of the person, but yo, whatever they ask, tell the promoter what you want or whatever it is you're asking for. Like, I get that shit. So
you'd rather not. You it's happened, but you'd rather not.
It depends on what kind of zone I'm in. So like if I'm in my like I'm the crowd is eating out of my hands.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I want. Like, I don't give a fuck. But if it's like one of those parties where everyone's like, fucking, I gotta work to earn the crowd's trust.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to play nothing. Fuck
Yeah,
out of here with that shit.
I used to be the ask the DJ guy for sure.
I knew I got that vibe from you.
And I'll tell you why. Sometimes the DJ is going way off track and got the whole crowd wrong. They think it's a certain crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like people look a certain way and you're thinking, okay, they want to hear this, whatever. And I'm like, nah. These are my friends. You know what I'm saying? I know, whatever. And sometimes I'll just say one song to spark them to be like, they see the reaction, they go, oh, this is a crowd. Because sometimes, I think DJs sometimes stare at a crowd, they see everyone's dressed, whatever, and they go, I know what y'all want.
I won't lie to you. Like, I usually, like, for me personally, my technique is, like, I usually like to use, like, the first, like, 5 to 10 songs that I play in my set as like feelers. To see where the crowd is at, where they feeling. Like, yo, if it's like one of those ones, like, all right, cool. Like, it's not a...
That time is off limits. Like, in the first 5 to 10, I can't say nothing to you. You know, you're getting your feel. If we're 3 hours deep and, you know...
You're still seeing the vibes.
Yo, one of those ones? Then I'm
but I can't... Yeah, I think that's off limits, period.
Yeah. And
in the first 90 minutes, don't ask the DJ nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. That just has to be the rule.
And there's a time and place and things. Like, I mean, like, depending on where I'm at, like, if I'm at, like, a barbecue or something, like, people come ask me, I'll be like, all right, cool, no problem, play that shit right now. But, or, like, a wedding, I'll do that. But, like, if I'm in a club element, bro, and if I'm in my zone and, like, yo, the crowd, like, there was one time I remember someone asked me for a song, right? It was crazy. They were like, they came to me and they like, yo, you need to play this song right now. And I said, why? And then they're like, yo, you see the crowd's not really fucking with what you playing. And I'm like, ooh. I said, stand there for 1 second. And I played the next record I played. I think I played Meek Mill. And I think it was Dreams and Nightmares.
Oh yeah, that's gonna bump no matter what.
I said,
Petty King.
That's gonna bump no matter what.
Cause I said, yo. So I was like, I play it, right? Off the top, I turn around. So I'm like, so the crowd's not fucking me, right?
Yeah.
Yo, crowd's singing the song word for word. I'm like, yo, just stay there. I'm gonna play your record for you though.
Wow.
So yo, I think the next song I played after that was like, I think I went like House Party by Meek Mill or something like that.
Yeah, your teeth. Bro.
Yeah. So then I was like, they're like, they're still standing there. And I'm like, okay, great. You ready, right? Yeah. You ready for your next song? So I played their song. Yo, the crowd literally went flat.
Wow.
Yo, I feel like DJs all have secret weapons,
That's
bro.
a power move.
You got some secret bullets in the tuck, like a couple tracks in the tuck where you're like, yo, I'm gonna revive this shit right now.
No, and then after they flopped the set, right? I said, okay, you know what? Because they're like, yo, you getting some cheap ones. I said, okay, cool. I literally went and played. I played the next record after that. Literally was Lil Wayne, the Cannon remix. So I was like, yo, listen where we going right now. Because I'm like, yo, you want to play? I can't remember what the record they asked me for.
Yeah, he wanted to smoke.
Yo, I want all the smoke. Yo, nah, man, I want all the smoke. Like and trust me, like I evaluate everyone's choices one time. Like I'll be like, if you're like, yeah, play like some Samino right now, and I'll be like, okay, all right, I
here's the thing too, is I feel like, and Chris, you got to say about this too. Don't be asking for the song that's obviously gonna play. You know, there's like 15 or so songs that like by the end of the night it's gonna play at least once, maybe twice. Like, don't go being like, more money, more problems, Biggie. Like, please, like, there's no need for you to beg for that. Like, ask for a song that maybe is like DJ might not, it's kind of obscure, but people, you know what I'm saying? A reason for you to have that song.
I don't remember what song that guy asked me for. I want to be like, it was semi-popular, I think, like if I remember correctly, but it was a rap record. I know that for sure, but it was like, yo, this man was adamant too. He's like, he came back like twice. And I was like, okay, the second time he came back, I was like, all right, stop, stay here.
Yeah. That was on his 2022 rap list. That was probably number one.
You know what I mean? And then as I said, I was like, yo, so, I mean, I've gone through those situations where like, yo, like, I just evaluate. I don't try to like, I try not to be a dickhead about it. Yeah. But there's like some people who are just overbearing about it. Like the girls would like write it on their phone. And it was like right in my face. I'm like, God damn.
Like this is not your Instagram. Put it.
and to it's like, what makes you think I don't know this song? You know, like that's the thing too is like, again, you're obviously you know songs from being a DJ, but you just know music in general from liking music. It's like, don't come show me WAP and be like, please, like,
Yeah.
no, I know that happens. So Chris, am I wrong? Like that's
No, people come for anything. The worst is when someone requests something and then like you find like, all right, I'll play it, and then they're like, oh, I was outside smoking or I was in the bathroom.
Run it
and
back.
I'm like, not playing. Or they ask for one that you already played, and you're like, we're not doing that.
yeah, like,
Or like I cut it too short. They'll be, you cut it too short.
Ugh.
You didn't even like get to the third verse.
The third verse is nuts.
I was like, wait, third verse?
what do you
That's
whip? Like,
nuts.
yeah,
Yo, I remember. I think there was a song one time. It was a song. I can't. Oh man, what song was it? It was a song that was like 6 minutes long, and they're like, "Yo, can you play it?" And I was like, "All right, cool." Like I cut it after like a minute and a half or whatever. They're like, "Nah, but you didn't get it. You didn't let it get to the best part when the whole beat changes." And I'm like,
6
you
minutes.
can't play the whole Marvin's Room in the club. Like,
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my God,
yo.
at midnight too.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Yo, it was like a 6 minute record. And I'm like, yo, there's like, yo, the beat drops at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and you didn't let it get there. And I'm like,
Nigga, you should have told me that before.
yeah, like what the hell? But I
Whack.
mean, some people have some wild requests. Like I've seen it before. Like I've been in R&B sets, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, can I get like, I think someone did ask me one time for Kendrick Lamar in the middle of like an R&B set, and I was like,
Nah, fam.
it's not one of
At a
those.
party, there's probably like 3 Kendrick. Well, it depends, like where you
Where you are, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But there's probably like 3 Kendrick tracks that you could probably play at an event, but like he's not for that.
yeah,
set.
and I'm like, yo, I was like, all right, I'll make a compromise. I'll give you Poetic Justice right now.
During the R&B set, that's not bad.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
that's
yeah,
compromise.
I was like,
That's
okay,
compromise.
I'll give you that.
Nice.
But they asked me for like, I can't remember what record it was. Like I was like, okay, like
The blacker the berry.
Crazy. Humble, Money Trees,
N95.
N95.
Yeah.
And
Poetic Justice is, I fuck with that. That's a good one in the R&B
for
set.
R&B set, yeah, you got a
Yeah,
Kendrick
that's a
in
good
there.
one.
yeah,
for
that
sure.
one and Love as well. Like
Yeah, Love is good, yeah.
I know Fucking
Alright.
Problems used to
Yo,
get some
you know what's so
play.
crazy?
Fucking Problems, yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you a quick story about that. Yo, you know that record was not even supposed to be Kendrick Lamar's record, bro?
Which one?
The Love record was Zakari?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I got told the story. He actually bodied Zakari for that record. It was originally supposed to be just Zakari on the record.
Oh, shit.
And then, yo, Kendrick heard the record. He's like, yeah, that's that's my record on my project.
Because Zakari's a TDE artist, no?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's like, yo, Top, come here.
It wasn't even Yo Top. It was just literally like Kendrick's like, yeah, so this is gonna sound great on my album.
Probably got more streams being on,
It'd be
on
like
his
that.
album.
I always wondered, I'm like, yo, what would that record sound like without Kendrick on it?
We probably would have listened to it, liked it, and just
I
it's on
think
the
I probably
wayside
like
right
it better
now.
without Kendrick on it, honestly.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you wouldn't listen to it to this day, though.
No, I might. Because I think Kendrick does his thing on it, but it's not like a Kendrick specific song to me. Like, it's not like, from what I hear him on it, I'm like, this is just him who could do this,
It
you
fit
know?
the flow of the album, though.
You know, it's
Yeah.
fit, but it's like if Smino had done that song, it could have still been a banger, you know? Like, it didn't need to be Kendrick.
Smino's getting a lot of love this episode.
A
Goddamn.
lie.
Yeah, right? Oh,
Treat Smino like Glorilla.
This is an unofficial Smino podcast. Yo, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Team Canada's soccer team. Made it to the first World Cup. I know we chatted about this in the past, but Alphonso Davies got our first goal in Canadian football history in the World Cup, at least. So shout outs to the and he's the face of Canada
Cost me some money. but
soccer right
that's
now.
okay. Cost me some money. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, money on-
my parlays didn't go through, but that's okay. Of
The Croatia game you had money on?
course, bro. I bet on Canada, bro. They did a little boost on FanDuel.
They hit you with the notification.
I got a notification. They're like, yo.
I had a
FanDuel
draw in the
finesses with
first
that
game.
shit. Oh,
I had a draw, and I was like, for a while, I was like, ooh, something. Because
Yeah.
I wait, I think we're asking too much.
no, FanDuel will be finessing me, man. They'll be like, yo, OG Anunoby, 25 and 10. And I'm like, no way this nigga's getting 25 and 10.
You don't know, though.
Like, yo, plus 800. Come on.
Yeah, man.
It's the odds. The odds be so high. You're just like, the off chance it happens.
Yeah, my phone be listening to me. I'll be talking like on the phone with my bro. I'll be like, yo, I'm low this week. And then FanDuel's like, yo, we got this offer for you, nigga.
Well, here's the way.
Yo. I mean, you be dropping. My friend literally won like 10 bands like 2 weeks ago on like a $1 bet, bro.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the parlays be hitting sometimes.
Bro, I lost by 4 points on one where it was like I would have won 100K.
God damn.
Yeah, the parlays
You
be
would definitely
crazy.
would not be here right now. The podcast, nigga.
I got to
I'm
to my crib.
I'm like, yo, I can Skype in. I can Skype in.
I'm screaming. I said
You
Skype.
still be in Tobago right now, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man, skip Zoom completely.
Yeah, Skype in. Put me on the screen.
That's wild. But yes, big shout outs to Team Canada for sure. I got a quick question for you guys. I don't want to get too deep on sports, but Kyrie's back. And we chatted about it last pod, so we need to talk about this real quick. He had the list of demands before he was able to play. Do you guys think he fulfilled the list of demands? Because he's currently playing right now.
I think he did, because I saw some things that he did, stuff that were out of the demands, in terms of like giving money to people who weren't part of the groups that he had to give money to, or meeting with people who were outside of the groups.
He did demand adjacent.
No, I think he did more than the demands. Yeah, I think they probably walked with him to make sure he did the demands, and then Kyrie was
somebody following him while he signs the checks.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
And then I think he did a little extra, but I just think that it's so funny that like it was such a big deal when he had the demands, but now he's playing again and no one's talking about it. Give him a medal or something, or a trophy that y'all,
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. The media fought for this man to be off the court, and
I definitely feel he didn't. I feel like he did do it, but the only reason I say that is because he hasn't talked about it. Like I feel like he was one of those guys like, yo, I'm not gonna like. He's the type of guy that doesn't go. He goes against the grain. So I felt like as though he did it, but didn't want to say anything that he did do it, because it looks like it kind of ruins his image if he said it, because he's like, he's the type of guy to be like, well, I'm gonna sit out the whole season because they have this list of demands. But I feel like he actually did it. Yeah. And he's just not gonna say that he ever did it. But he went and did like some other stuff on the side to make it look like But I really think he honestly did it. I think he followed it. Yeah.
So here's my theory with Kyrie. After this season, contract done, right? I think he's gonna go crazy and say everything that he needs to say and get it off of his chest at the end of the season. I think he's gonna shit talk on every little thing that happened, because he's not going back to Brooklyn.
No.
I think Kyrie's gonna be playing for the Shanghai Sharks next
season. No. There's teams that will take him. The Lakers will take him.
Yeah,
teams there's a lot of teams that will still take him. Not a lot, but there's teams that will take him.
I want to bring up last podcast, but I saw teams talking about picking up Miles Bridges. They're picking up Miles Bridges and picking up Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's true.
There's teams that will sign Udoka.
Yeah,
so I'm pretty sure Kyrie's okay.
Yeah,
off of a retweet, he'll be all right. Outside of that, I don't really want to talk about sports. I'm very depressed. Right before my TV broke, I wanted to watch the last episode of Atlanta, so it took me a while. It took me about a week to finish Atlanta, the TV show. I don't know if you guys watch.
I'm not up to date, but I watch though.
All right, cool. This season has been immaculate. Smarties, please watch it. It is the series finale. The show's done. I watched it. Well, you're upset? You're mad at me?
I don't watch that show.
Okay.
At all?
No.
Damn.
There's only 3 shows I really watched.
What do you watch?
I watch Power.
Obviously.
The whole entire thing. Snowfall.
Okay. Can't be mad.
Hold on. BMF.
Obviously.
God, yo, these niggas are so predictable, bro.
What you mean?
These niggas are predictable, bro.
Obviously, the whole thing. We
good. Like 10 of these shows.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Top boy.
50 Cent has the chokehold on us, bro. Yeah, I fuck with Power still. Especially, I haven't watched Kanan yet. But I watched Force.
Yo, cancel your little Atlanta show and watch that, bro.
You said my little Atlanta show? This guy's dirty Macking, yo.
That was a good callback.
Yo, that little Atlanta show.
Little Donald Glover ass nigga.
Yo. Man, I said nice little guy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That little Atlanta show.
No, I'm titling the podcast.
Nice little guy. Him. Because I'll be featuring.
I was picturing nice little guy. Yeah,
it's about him.
Dirty Mackin, bro.
Yo. Nah, Atlanta is better than all the shows you named.
100%.
Respectfully. 100%. Yeah. I know Ralph wasn't gonna say it, but I gotta let you know. I know you're not gonna watch it, but you at least need to know that Atlanta is better than all the shows you watch.
Listen, man, don't be
this nigga was watching BMF, bro.
Yo, you guys are coming to me talking about this little YouTube show you guys be watching on here. Yo, get out of here, bro.
Little YouTube. Yeah, you talking about Atlanta niggas? Yo, this nigga's man.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Nah,
man. But no, listen, Power is better than I thought it would be. It's still Power at the end of the day.
Snowfall?
No, Snowfall's real
Snowfall's solid.
I'm watching Snowfall right now. I'm in season 3.
BMF is good too. I fuck with BMF.
Yeah. No, but Atlanta is
Atlanta's, come on, man.
Like, Snowfall's the closest I would say out of that group to Atlanta in quality.
Yes.
But Atlanta is better than all of that.
For sure.
Yeah. Did you watch Boondocks growing up?
I did.
Atlanta has a lot of Boondocks vibes, but real life.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Damn. You're just not interested, eh?
Yo, there's hood niggas in Atlanta, you know, like if that's like
That's my thing.
Yeah, now you're
Like, yo, Ghost and Tommy are in here.
There's hood mans in Atlanta too. If that's gonna.
That's crazy.
good,
You'd rather watch Tariq than watch Atlanta.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Take your Tyler Perry show elsewhere, man.
Tyler Perry show. Holy. Yo, this is going to get us viral.
Yo, the Atlanta slander is crazy.
That's
man.
wild,
In the
bro.
comments, please add DJ Smartiez and let him know what he's doing.
Boycott the parties.
Oh, that's okay, man. Holy.
All right, bro.
That's so funny.
I'm done. I'm just done. I'm not even going to segue. I'm just on to the next.
Yo.
All right, bro.
Cut the TV and movie section of this whole conversation right now.
Yeah, your little YouTube show is crazy.
That's wild, bro.
Little Atlanta show you guys watching over here.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh, man. So, I'm even going to segue for the people, bro. Smarties came on the motherfucking podcast. Chris hit the horns. Shout outs to Smarties. DJ Smarties, a close friend of mine, came out. He was available. I really respect everything you've been doing, bro. I don't like to like overhype or make people feel like too uncomfortable with like praise, but like you're definitely somebody that when I do see them and I do see you succeed in person, you always show the same amount of love that you've been showing from when we first met. So I really respect that.
Yeah.
And your ability to just come in here and just casually talk like you just met Adriel for the first time. It feels like we've known each other for years. You know what I mean? The three of us, the four of us.
Yes, you already know toxicity.
Yo, that has to be the thumbnail.
Toxicity!
Right there.
So is there anything you want to say to the people? Like, how can they find you? How can they see more content, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, first and foremost, I appreciate you guys for having me on here. So everybody who's watching right now, make sure you click that subscribe button. First and foremost, we'll get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Follow both of them on Instagram. Ralph's a nice guy, ladies. So, make sure you follow him.
Jeez! Okay, big guy.
Yeah.
Let's
give him a little follow. Give him a little follow.
Just give me a little follow, ladies, please.
You can find me at DJ Smartiez on all social media platforms. Just look out for the name on flyers. I mean, this year I've been, in 7 different countries, so I haven't been as accessible in the city as I should be, but the schedule is filling out nicely for next year. So yeah, man, if you're looking for good vibes, good energy, good people, that's how I roll. So yeah, at DJ Smartiez on all social media platforms. And yeah, make sure you guys follow the podcast. I'm here in the mayor's office actually getting to say something. This is crazy. Like I feel so blessed.
You are blessed.
I'm blessed. Although my Atlanta comments are a little slanderish.
It's okay.
It's a little slanderish, you know what I mean? But the theme of today has been little, so we'll roll with that, right?
Thanks for coming to our nice little podcast.
It's a nice little show.
Our little office, our little mayor's office.
Yo,
Here.
man. And thanks for letting me insert a little happiness in everyone's lives.
Just a little bit.
Are you gonna make a nice little guy one of your?
I might tag the motherfucker in this at this point, bro. You fucking dirty macker, man.
Are you gonna go on your AKAs next episode? Like
Nah.
AKA nice little guy.
I fuck with that. Might take out the airbender and throw that one in.
Man, you know those books that you get as a... Do you remember those books as a kid where it's like the
Where it
sad
pops
guy, nice guy?
Yeah.
Little guy. I find it custom when you see Ralph's face and they're nice
Little guy. That's crazy, bro.
You should have asked which one was it more? Was it more little or more nice? Too late now, but that would have been an important question.
That would have been a good question. But at the end of the day, that same guy that was complaining couldn't close like I closed.
You gotta hit those horns, baby.
All right,
mismatch.
All right, so we got our non-rap suggestion. Smarties, I already explained this to you off camera.
Yeah.
You can take a second and think about yours.
Okay.
We'll go to you last. We will go to Stacks. You got yours already, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I got it. I should have pulled it up on that plate.
Yeah, all right, cool.
I like what you have this week, Ralph. This might be the best one you've had so far.
Oh man, I've been listening to this like crazy, bro.
This is a track.
What?
Track.
Big Jet playing by Angus and Julia Stone.
Okay. What kind of vibe is that?
It's kind of like a poppy, kind of pop rock. There was a clip that was going around recently. This is why I was like, oh, what the hell is this? And I was like bumping it. And it was Post Malone, Sway Lee, and Lil Baby. And they were like they were just like in the back room or whatever. And Post was just like, we should sample this. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, what the fuck's this song?
Oh, I saw the video.
Yeah. They're in like,
This might be our best week of music because that's a big track.
I remember hearing it when I was younger, and then I was like, "Oh, this is hard."
Okay, that's
Lil Baby had no clue what Post Malone was talking about.
He looked like he was trying to think of some lyrics on there.
On the spot.
Yeah.
Yo, Swaley's just on the other side, just like vibing.
Oh man, that's a good one. All right, I'm gonna listen to that track. I got More Than a Minute. That was on the Smino album. With featuring Lucky Day, Phoenix, as well. And yeah, that track's been probably the most listened track off of the album for me. Like that one kind of hit me the best out of all of them. And if I fornicate to that song, somebody's gonna have a child in 9 months.
More than a minute.
Yeah. A lot more than a minute, trust me.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so adrielsmiley.com, what you got?
This one came to me randomly. Like I heard it in the playlist and I was like, I don't have the song saved already. Blood Orange, Relax and Run. Blood Orange, Erica de KCA, Eva Tolkien. If you guys don't know about Blood Orange already, like please get connected. He's one of the few, he's kind of like Smino in a way where like no one else sounds like him. Like no one else sounds like him. And he works with like a really good artist. Like he has a couple songs with ASAP, he has a song with Diddy. So yeah, if you haven't heard about Blood Orange, Relax and Run, get connected.
Okay, that's what's up. Smarties, what you got?
I'm gonna go with the WizKid, Skilly Bang, and Senshia record called Slip and Slide.
Ooh.
Sounds like a video review.
Yeah. I fuck with that. All right, so episode 26. We've made it to 26 episodes. We've had multiple guests. We had amazing guests. We've only had amazing guests.
Yeah.
And we've continued the trend with DJ Smartiez. Appreciate you coming on the podcast, sir.
Thank you, sir.
For sure.
I have a question before we get out of here.
Yeah.
You guys are both wearing pink. What happened here?
Why did we take the entire podcast to not mention that this? Up. That's crazy.
You were harboring for a long time.
Because I have two questions. Do you guys know that we wear pink on Wednesdays? Do you guys know where that's from? Do you guys understand that?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
So I feel like you guys both.
Is it because it's Hump Day?
No, it's from Mean Girls. You guys both wore pink on Wednesday, not knowing it's a Wednesday thing, and you guys both wore it.
Interesting.
Are you guys on the same type of energy? Like
we just wanted to wear toques and pink.
Yeah.
As long as you don't wear sweatpants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some
I'm not doing pink sweatpants. Nah, that's not happening.
No.
Yeah, I think there's an energy going on here. You guys are both ready to hit the road in a certain type of way.
On a Wednesday, that's crazy.
Yo, the pink and the toque.
Hey man, after that Smartiez shout out, my DMs might be going crazy. I might be busy on Wednesdays.
That friend might be on have you no more.
Oh man. You know who you are, man. But anyway, Adriel
Whoever
Smiley.
that friend is, you can add me too.
Hey, man. I'm not going to dirty Mac you, brother.
I'm just saying, I just need followers. I just cracked 8K. I just cracked 8K.
Jeez,
10.
But, yeah, honestly, great pod. Some legendary things going on.
Classic episode.
Some legendary slander. But, it is what it is. Until next time. Make sure you go ahead and follow us, please.
The subscription button. Hit
Come
that.
Come on.
Subscribe
Leave us a
tonight.
rating and a review, 5 stars. Not a single star less. Subscribe to us on YouTube. All you idiots, you dumb people, you Neanderthals, listen to the podcast. Get on YouTube. What are you doing with your life? Get on YouTube. Watch the podcast. And of course, make sure, canceling. Bring back bullying. Know yourself. Know your worth.